Hello and welcome everybody, I'm Provence and this is Crusader Kings 3 and we return here to Duchess Elisabeth of Bascognaco as she stares down, as she faces Duke Ramel, a man that is weak-willed, that is cursed, that should never have been born and that stands in our way. He attempted to seduce us in the past and now we have decided to tell not just our husband but to tell the world by virtue of declaring war and taking everything that he is good for. Let's see whether we can do that, let's see whether we can achieve this. He has a fairly strong alliance, and you know what? I sat down, I thought about this quite some time. He is just a mercenary at the end of the day. I will hire Captain Abacada. He will serve in my army, and we can see whether we will achieve something together as a family. I certainly hope so. I will, of course, be the main commander, don't get that twisted, but ultimately these are Abacada's men just as much as they are mine. We lost a level of fame, of course, for declaring this war, because we used to be allies with Herr Ramel, but, I mean, what can you do? Duke Herr Ramel is a weakling and a coward, and sometimes you have to do something even if it seems unconventional. And look at that, there he goes. Duke Bermudo has joined me in this war with his 1,000 troops. Very, very nice. I believe, did they already join him? No, we have to see the total troop count here, but I think this could be a fairly close war. It's definitely not going to be an easy one. Duke Caramel, oh no. Duke Girard is angry at me from mistreating, or well, from basically dunking on him in front of the king. And now he formed an alliance with none other than, of course, Duke Caramel, by virtue of being betrothed to Caramel's last-born daughter. I see what is happening here. Duke Girard sees the trouble and he's not willing to take it. And now he will do his best to actually oust me. Is Transuranien? Oh, we are lucky anyway. Transuranien is busy in a different war. They might still come down here because that is not their war either. For the moment, I fear no enemy. We will march into them and we will destroy them. Yeah, there you go. Auvergne just joined them. This is, I think, as big as an internal war in Aquitaine can be, because think about it, this is Aquitaine, this is Aquitaine, this is Aquitaine, and then only Poitiers and Aquitaine aren't participating, and you know what, on that note, I would have really enjoyed it could we have negotiated an alliance, but that does not appear to be viable. He's just my nephew after all, we're not friends or anything like that either, and I don't think there's a marriage that we could arrange here. In fact, I believe we only have sons, right? I mean, we only have 2 kids, fair enough, but yeah. Alright, it is time to crush the Provence without the aid of our brother, or without the aid of our nephew, I should say, but, I mean, just look at this. We are quite numerous down here. I will simply start sieging. The sooner we siege this, the better. So let's just go in there. We cross the river here, and crossing the Rhone is a very important move, because this means that we could block any supply that would reach the barony of Arles as we siege it. Getting stuck in. What? There was a commotion among the children today. Lope was attempting to preach among his fellow youngsters and became, or getting stuck in his ways, I believe, right? Became the target of a small fight. Philippe intervened and did what he could to protect him. Lope is being bullied. I like Lope. He's a good kid. Mitchiefs is a good fella. How are you doing, Mitchiefs? Are you wounded, huh? Never back down. You know what? I love my son. I love being brave. I'm not even going to change any of this. Since we are educating him, since we do care for him, commonly, you know, we sometimes also just consider things that might be misunderstood, where a kid might act different from how a parent meant it, but never back down from a challenge, Felipe. That is 1-to-1 Elisabeth. He will be brave. He's a good kid. He is a good kid. And you know what does make me think? Suero is also rowdy. If Duke Adalberto were to bring up Suero, I mean, he's not good at martial, and he's also very bad at intrigue. He might actually try to educate him in stewardship. I'm not really against this idea. So basically what I'm suggesting is I think Suero should be educated by a husband, and a husband would gear him towards stewardship, even, you know, if he isn't actually geared towards that himself. I'm gonna let you educate our second-born Suero, not convert his culture, and then make Suero focused on stewardship. It's just the fact that it's our husband that is bringing him up. You know, he also has to spend time with our kids, of course, so I think that is the perfect situation there. Now look at this. So, the friend is pretty useless here. I guess it just gives us more scheme power now. Ooh, unlocks the challenge to board game interaction. I wasn't aware. I was not aware that this was hidden here if you didn't have the cultural tradition. Very cool. I like room to rule, of course, but this is something I think for later. Our kids are too young for this right now. Befriend. Yeah. I will challenge people to board games. Absolutely. How could I not, right? Oh no, we've gotten ill. Definitely sent for a physician. We find 2 potential physicians here. They both actually seem quite okay. I might just hire Alauzia. Wait, they're both called... I guess you're not lowborn? Yeah, I'll take the one that isn't lowborn. I don't really have any strong feelings towards either, but Alauzia de Vizcaya. She is somebody that maybe comes from a local barony, maybe known, you know, as the daughter of, let's say, the mayor, the local administrator. Yeah, I'll take you in. I'll go slightly bankrupt for that. That's fine. Do no more than what is necessary. I mean, I'm not afraid for anything, but it's just a normal illness, right? What is she saying? The time has come to treat your cold. A drastic measure. I mean, if she recommends a drastic measure, I swear to God, if you cut anything off... Alauzia presented me with a potion of the most peculiar sort. It had neither odor nor taste, possessing the appearance of liquid silver. The metallic brew was easy enough to ingest, yet I could not suppress my unease. The treatment was almost as unpleasant as my symptoms, yet it seems to have been effective. While I'm not fully cured, I feel much better. You know what? Good work right there. Great work, even. Look at that, we have won the siege, we made some money here, which is always nice to see. Egidio the Headless of Azagra has been captured. Wow, I mean, he's incredible, but he's also a maniac. I am somewhat worried, because we can't really cross in there without taking attrition. We can't really go over here, because these are actually 2 that we have to siege in this county alone, 2 castles. I am worried that Trans-Uranian is going to finish its war fairly quickly. Yeah, they're definitely just winning. And then we would have to face a unified front, which may be too much. I can call in my ally, of course, but again, since they're a mercenary company, they can't do anything. I wish there was a mechanic where, like, oh, look at that, they're a mercenary company. You can hire them for cheaper, or you can hire them for free. You can do something, right? But instead, yeah, obviously you can't actually do anything at all. Quite saddening, but, you know, what are you gonna do? I can ransom Brandimena. Right, I could ransom her. I'll take your money. I would love for you to go bankrupt. He is losing money, so why don't we do that? You go bankrupt faster. And then I can actually destroy your troops. My old self, I am back. Let's go. That's the way I like to see it. I would love, by the way, to face this fool in battle personally. And you know what? We may just be in that situation. Abakada, my friend. You and I may just face the enemy. I'll face them right here. The plains aren't too bad. It's a defensive battle for them, but I think we are in a pretty good spot to succeed in it. Let's do what we can. Let's get this battle done. And let's hope that we... Oh, what? You're telling me we actually walked... I have never seen this in CK3. I didn't even know this was possible. We literally walked past each other. I was here first, Terramel was here first, and then we just literally walked past each other. That is... We're now fighting Countess Henrique of Macon. I have never seen anything like it. We're definitely going to win this. I mean, what do you want me to say? And then this battle, I mean, we have to immediately turn around, basically, and catch up. The longer Armagnac defends, the better. As long as nobody dies in that battle, I think we can be happy with this. But I have never seen timing like this, exactly. Seriously, I've never seen it. He's winning this battle, and we're going to arrive after it is over, but he can't actually run from us. Can he? Oh, it totally can. You are kidding. Alright, so I have split the army here. Half of the army is commanded by Captain Abakada, the other half is commanded by me. We want to catch him right here in Fourcoquier, if that is how you pronounce it, probably not. And we will defeat him there, but Abakada will be there first. They would have always gotten away. I had to basically split the army. It should still be a surefire victory, but Abakada can prove himself and can prove to me that he is a real boss Garancia. The initial battle here is going, yeah, I mean, no, it went very, very well. He didn't make any mistakes. He still has the overall command over the battle, so yeah. Captain Abakada was wounded. Oh no. At least he was wounded in my service rather than fighting against me. But yeah, this is far from optimal, of course. And I think that that is a secret either. I think that is a pretty obvious fact. At least we won the battle, and now it is time to siege this county right here. We have decimated their troops. Did we capture anybody of... No, not really. But at the very least, it can be said he barely has any vassals left. Or any knights left, I should say. Count Guitar seems quite competent. Oh. Died from his wounds. Wow, that's depressing. I lost stress. I mean, I didn't love him. It was a... Basically, I was just trying to throw some money the way of my estranged half-brother, but... Man, I gotta tell you, the Kingdom of Burgundy is a death sentence for my family. Do remember that, you know, in this region is also where Suero died, and in this region, I believe, is where a different family... Gomez, right? He died here? Yeah. Burgundy is a death sentence for my family. Oh, well. Here we start sieging. Let's try to make the best of it. And he is blackmailing me. First of all, where did you end up? Oh my god. Wali Zafir ibn Wea ended up in Ifriqiya. He joined the Firhun governors in the name of the Abbasid Caliph and is a baron over there. I love that so much. What is your... So you want to oust me for being a witch? Listen, I'm an honest person, but I will always accept this secret because it would ruin my family. That is the way Elizabeth perceives it. She perceives this as something that would end her. I'm gonna accept this blackmail. What are you gonna do with that, Zafir? Do you not have a secret either? I'm sure he's a witch. But I guess that she's not aware of this. What a disaster! The fella immediately went to blackmailing me. And oh my god, I gotta tell you, Duke Adalberto is such a competent man. Absolutely incredible. That's all I can really say. Just look at him. He only does positive things. Too bad, of course, he will soon be gone. As soon as I make him his own duke here, basically. But still, what a competent man. Now this alliance is gone. That just doesn't really matter to us. We never really had an alliance there, it has to be said. And I shall take over. Actually, for the sieging, Count Pierre, you should do that for sure. Because you are far better at it. A scheme at court. My spy masters come to me with grave news. While we do not yet know who, someone is plotting to kill my prisoner, Albina. Albina di Padua. He has a claim on Genoa. Ooh, I mean, that is interesting. Could ransom her for basically nothing. Once the war's over, I might recruit her. She is Catholic and she has a claim on Genoa. Once Italy joins us, we could go to war for that. But yeah, for the moment, stop the plot as much as you can. And what is this? Goodwill. To my surprise, my nephew Duke Vea has come to me, promising me that whatever I need, whatever he can do, he will provide if I ask. Ah, so I get a favor hook. And what this means to me is that he's basically telling me I owe you whatever necessary if you bring down what I owe our king. Huh. What does he get out of this promise? You need to tell me. Honestly, this is a difficult one for me. We have our loyalties towards our king, but we have helped the offspring of our brothers in the past. We have helped Count Egidio, and maybe Duke Vea II should also be aided. But this would be open rebellion, unless the king just accepted our demands. But I don't know about that. I feel very uneasy about that. Obviously, right now we're busy anyway, but yeah, I can't say I feel good about this as it stands. We won even more. I just love making money through virtue of just going in, sieging something, and then being rich. I'm going to take your money as well, of course. I have no interest in keeping these folks around. You know, I don't want to punish anybody here necessarily unless they are directly involved. This goes against Heramel personally. Let's quickly ransom her as well. And then I think we may just have the final war, or the final battle of this war. Where are they going here? Are they actually going down here? You are out of your mind. Nope, you're not. Obviously you're not, but I will catch them. I shall catch them right here in the barony of Montel. They are plains as well, so this is actually perfect. And it's a very easy battle. I mean, not even a debate. We captured Count Renaud, the heir of Duke Heramel. And see, this actually makes me think, oh, he's not actually Count, right? He's just married to the Countess of Macon. This war is over. My husband goes onto the throne that he has always deserved. Yeah. I get a favor hook, of course, who cares? I don't think we're gonna use that with soulmates. And there you go. My husband sits on the throne of Provence. Very, very nice. He now gets Marzana, right? He still gets Marzana. Shouldn't you also get, like, Labrie? Yeah, he gets 7 more titles. He gets a bunch of titles. Anyway, he is now taken over. He's not a strong one. Very few troops. But Duke Adalberto II, I think, will forever be thankful. Forever be thankful about what we have done. And in the same vain. I will not forget Duke Girard's folly. He went against us, and he most certainly should not have had. Speaking of Zafir, though, by the way. So Zafir became a baron. X is a part of that location. Ah, look at that. X is also... I don't think there's even a chance of this happening, but I would love it so much if the game made one of them a genuine countdown here. And there was just a Boscarantia Muslim branch down in North Africa. My god, would I love that. The fact that he became a baron already is just incredible, but yeah. Ah, that is wild. Either way, this was successful. We have ousted Heramel. What happened to you, Heramel? Tell me about it. Count Heramel. He's part of the Andalusian band of Almanja, and then Count Heramel is right here. And he doesn't actually even hate us. I think he's just like, I kind of had it coming. For, you know, walking up and being like, wanna cheat on your husband? But yeah, look at them. If he decides to go against the husband, of course, he will stand with him. That's a victory. We got a lot of prestige from this war as a whole to catch up on the level of fame here. We're soon going to be back in Distinguished, and I think the world is just right. Except, of course, I mean, this right here, right? Except this right here. He's allied to Armagnac, allied to Cantabria, allied to Lotharingia. I have to tell you, Vea, I'm not so sure whether we even have the means of defeating him here. He is quite well equipped. I can't add anybody, of course. It's an interesting thing. Duke Vea, I think, really comes or strikes after his father. But I don't think I can acquiesce him as it stands. I would like to challenge somebody else for a board game, I will tell you this, but it's an interesting internal position. And I am excited to actually see King Gege die, because my god, then all of this will be added to our internal position and things will change drastically. At least I have to assume they will. He is still in poor health, who knows. What can I put? Oh, nope. Wait, give me a second. What can I petition you for? Fortify borders? No, I don't think we really care. We do have a claim on Aquitaine. How's our standing with the church? He's quite positive. Shouldn't I be maybe that bugged out? Yeah, we sadly can't see anymore. There used to be a time where this would basically allow me to, when I pin somebody, it would allow me to see what their opinion was of anybody else. Because if our Archbishop had a negative opinion of Prince Archbishop Bustrick, and I gotta tell you, he's a sadistic, paranoid, shy man, and his vassal is a gluttonous man, I feel like these people don't deserve to hold these provinces. I think I'm going to immediately push for the Prince Bishopric here. Aquitaine and the church has been an issue. And as I've detailed it in the overview videos, Aquitaine plays a primary role here. Bustrick in particular plays a primary role in basically defaming our father. Prince Vea the Impaler is nothing but a demon, and everybody believes that because of Prince Archbishop Bustrick's propaganda. You know what? I think I'm going to basically just turn my armies around and immediately show you what it means to challenge the offspring of the devil. Loses 25 opinion, yep, that is fine. Excommunicate me if you dare, but I already can tell you, you wouldn't. You would not dare. First, we will of course destroy their army. Who is leading it? Azna. Just a low-born fella. Oh, right. He belongs to a mercenary band. They love hiring mercenary bands. He is the courtier of Captain Nuno, the Aragonese band of Calatayud. Present. Man, the Iberian mercenary bands are getting a lot of mileage here in southern Aquitaine. But I don't think that this battle could be a loss either way. A knight was maimed by an enemy soldier. Yeah, I'm not surprised that this was a definitive victory right here. We had one maiming, Zentol right there, but that is also it. And now we shall siege Saint-Onger. Ooh, what is this? The cave. I've been traveling for a long time until I found a cave in the wilderness. Curious, I took a few steps in and saw nothing but darkness. I motioned for one of my guards to bring a torch, and once I had the light from the torchfire to help us see further, I realized this cave must have been very deep. A couple of bats were hanging about, observing me warily as I considered what to do. Honestly, we are still in our own territory, and I assume, you know, campaigning can take quite some time. In fact, it's November right now. Realistically speaking, our campaign would be in a bit of a pause, you know, in a bit of a break. We would continue it come spring. I think I'll just explore this cave. Why wouldn't I, right? I really thought there would be a follow-up event, but instead, Stewardship +1 and monthly Stewardship lifestyle experience. Yeah, no, I'll take that still. I think that is quite in character indeed. Are you going to invade me? I hate that. Oh, and they're going for La Brie. An unexpected visit. Since my vassal, Mayor Elbira, arrived at court as per my generous invitation, she has barely left her chambers. I demand an explanation. When I push the door open, Mayor Elbira is seated by her desk, writing furiously. As I clear my throat, she jumps out of her skin. She quickly stuffs a roll of parchment into her pocket and turns towards me with an uneasy look upon her face. What are you hiding? Show me at once. I will not search it. You know what? I will just respect her privacy. I'm an honest person, but if they aren't, I mean, she is honest. No, I'm just going to respect her privacy. If she doesn't want to tell me, then so be it. How long will this take? 6 months? I'm not a fan. 3 months? I don't want La Brie to fall. I hate it when we lose control. Mental break. Oh, we had a mental break, huh? First of all, discovered chronicle writing. Right. How did we get... Oh, Matilda is dead. So my backup friends, basically, they are gone. But I gotta tell you, in this case here, there's no need to roll it either. The natural reaction is to utilize something that we haven't done in quite some time, and that is getting drunk. And I think, actually, that Elizabeth really has honored this idea that she will only drink if it is strictly something, you know, if she is at a breaking point. And I think she is at a breaking point here, because this is her friend's death. You know, of course, when it comes to the actual stress level, it's just stress level 1, it's very basic, but her best friend, or one of her best friends, just died. I think getting drunk over that is a fairly natural response for her. The sieges here look fine to me as of right now. I think we can reach them here in time, yeah. Let me just... There you go. What is this? I have been corresponding with your Chancellor Mechipsa, and it has been a shameful diplomatic display. You're not the woman I thought you were. Duke Bermudo? What are you talking about? You know me better than Mechipsa knows me. We need a new spy master. Of course, she has died. Our dear friend has died. We may reassign any of these. Can I trust you? I trust Mayor Obeko to a ludicrous degree. Because I liked... Oh! He is holding the city that was once held by Matilda. That makes a lot of sense, yeah. The mercenary contract ends soon. Understandable. This battle will end this war. At least should get pretty close to ending it. We got a scandalous priest. Ah, look at that. So the church in Aquitaine has... Oh, what the hell? Okay, I did not realize that until just now. Okay. King Gige has died, huh? Oh, that's significantly larger than it was last time we looked. Okay, anyway, what I wanted to say, the church here in the west of Aquitaine, which is now just the west instead of all of Aquitaine, the church in the west of Aquitaine has been extraordinarily powerful. They got all that land when Aquitansko got it, but they have since become too prideful, they have become sinful, boastful. And now we can see that even our bishop, Bishop Yimeno, maybe should shut up about whatever we do every now and again, because he himself is a sinner. The Catholic world is appalled to learn that my Bishop Yimeno has been keeping a list of all who have ever wronged him, detailing the numerous ways he plans to get back at them and satisfy his lust for revenge. While scandals among the clergy are nothing new, it is disquieting for one to occur so close to home. If I condemn him, he stops endorsing me. I mean, honestly, even if we got a lot of money, which it's pretty good, it's not bad, a bad amount of money, but honestly, I love condemning him. I could defend him. No, I don't think I will defend him. I'm not in favor of the church like that. He will become my rival. We are currently fighting the Archbishop of Aquitaine. I think this makes perfect sense. And look at that, Duke Vea's friendship. I never expected I would grow as close to Duke Vea as I have done in the past few years. On multiple occasions, he has proven himself to be a reliable and forthright man, with only my best interests at heart. I am a big fan of that, absolutely. I will absolutely become your friend, my dear fella. Now, this makes this a bit more complex. What I mean here is that the Liberty faction previously was only something in this tiny realm, so me saying I'm not going to trigger this was completely valid, I think. But now that we have this big realm, King Lope having to face the actual opposition here Makes a lot more sense. Even though I would hope that Duke Vea wouldn't be in that faction, but man, this is a difficult one. What I'm basically trying to say is, I think I will be leaving the Liberty faction as soon as I can and side with King Lope should the Liberty faction rise up. I don't think they will. I don't think they're strong enough. But my obligation towards King Lope has now become ever more important, and he's infirm. Oh no. At least he only has one son. King Lope, you need to let me educate your son. I would be perfect for that, King Lope. I would be so perfect. I'm gonna play chess against King Lope, and I'm gonna try to convince him that I can educate his son. As soon as we win this war, that is, of course. But yeah, this is now dramatic. This is different. We're gonna win this war, and then in the next episode, we're gonna take a really good look at what Aquitaine is all about. This is a massive, massive empire. There's a lot of factions in here. There are a lot of people that we never considered when we played until just now, because they were external. But now, we have all of this. We need to talk about that, of course. And I need to see how I can, or whether I want to safeguard it, whether Elizabeth wants to safeguard it, or whether I want to go against it. A stable Aquitaine, I think, in its core, is in her interest, but at the same time, we must say that should Duke Vea II Soirée go against King Lope, I mean, that's a test. That's a test of faith right there. And I think he will be done before I can be done, so we're definitely going to challenge him here, defeat him, and then start sieging yet again. Generations. I was thinking today about all the people who have come and gone since the beginning of time. It is interesting, if somber, to imagine what they would think of us, their descendants, and whether they would be proud or disappointed in us. You're a navel gazer. What is the meaning of life? Yeah. No, I think she's asking herself that right now. She looks at everything going on, what her legacy will be. She's 44 now. She has served her husband well. She has served her children well. But of course, what would her father say? What would her father's father say? And what would the, and let's just find him right here, what would the original player character say? Duke Garcia II Aznaré of Bascognaco. Yeah, no, I love this event. This event is great, because that's exactly the mindset that I am currently in for Elizabeth. She is now 44, asking herself, what is my legacy? I have been there for all the people that loved me and that I have loved, but not everything is perfect. Not everything is, imperfect. We need to find a good middle ground. That is both for our family, for the children around us, but also for the realm. Now what is going on here? Blessed are the meek. I was shocked when I caught Philippe trying to steal from the travel chest of the visiting mayor, Elvira. He gave me an impressive speech on how he now understood why that he had done was wrong. Honestly, nothing wrong with that. I personally have to say we are all but small pieces in the world. Who wrote this? I swear to God, this vanilla event corresponds perfectly to the one that we had just earlier. We are all but small pieces of the world, Philippe. Keep that in mind. Stay strong and do the best you can. Let's finish sieging the seat of the Archbishop. And then I think we should be able to end this war. There it is indeed. We seized a war language manual. Very nice. Greetings. Who are you? I would be delighted if your son and heir, Philippe, could visit my court in Modena to meet his peers. I'm inviting everyone of note, which unfortunately includes him. Tommaso, you need me to beat you up or something? You need me to beat you up? Would Philippe want to go? Philippe is a person that is humble, but he's brave. He wants to explore new areas. I'll let him go. Of course he'll be there. Let me check whether I can leave this faction. I can. I will leave this faction. Oh, and look at that. Suero II actually left. He's no longer present here. Yeah, look at that. Neither of these factions can now actually rebel. For the moment, we don't have to decide between family or the realm. But it is such an interesting thought right now and right here. Let me check this spear, 14 more years. I'm going to reforge this. I'm going to repair this right now. Let me just check before we end this war. Is there anything else we need to do before ending the episode? Yes, I need to bring up Martin. I'm going to give this to Mechipsa, of course. Yep, you can take care of that. And then Lope, who also stands for Mechipsa. So Mechipsa can take care. Actually, let Slavka do it. I don't know whether she should. Honestly, she's probably going to convert to faith, but I don't think that he will pick up a different culture. And I'm going to leave these where they are. Let me just check this. So, you are bringing up him. you're pretty good at diplomacy. You're great at diplomacy, actually. Yeah, you're gonna force him sort of into this, maybe force him to learn your language. If it isn't the culture, then at least the language, right? Something like this. And then you are good at diplomacy as well, but I think that Mechipsa would probably, because he's temperate, generous, and honest, he would probably respect the wishes of his son more than, you know, his own sensibilities. And since this was automatically chosen, since this kid automatically went towards Intrigue, I think Mechipsa is just gonna say, hey, kids can do what they can, and they should do what they should. So yeah, we're gonna just leave that as it is. This war is over, and if I'm not mistaken, this should now mean Sanduina. Oh, so he would now get Marzana and Sanduina. Ah, interesting. I mean, he would get enough land to be happy with it, right? But I'm mostly thinking about this now. I'm looking at this and I'm saying to myself, I want to be fair to both of these children. I want them to have as much as they can have. It's going to be difficult to actually arrange for all of that. Why am I at 6 out of 5? Oh, I don't need this bishopric. This bishopric can definitely go. Who's this Egidio? Egidio? No, I want to give this bishopric to somebody that is single, okay? Let's just give it to somebody that is that doesn't have a wife as it stands. Yeah, Anso. Actually, you know what? A noble of the Gasconiera culture. Sure, why not? Who cares? Bishop Renaud of Joinzac. And look at that. He had a wife, but now he's become a priest. How noble and honorable. And I think before we end this episode, let's just check one more time. We could raise county control. We don't really need any of those. I don't think anybody's going to rebel against me here. Mine is 58 popular opinion. Mismanaged population. That is going to be fixed in due time. We just need to send in our marshal right here. Gonna bring down our numbers a little bit, but that is fine. We have a good marshal. We have a very good marshal. And here we actually have Occitan culture. It takes us 31 years to change it, so I'm not gonna even think about start doing that for the moment. I think we can build something up here. Man, what a nice going for Duchess Elizabeth. What a competent woman she is. It's incredible. She's just actually blowing it out of the water here. Yeah, let's just make more money here along the road that leads towards Santiago. In the next episode, we will spend maybe 10 minutes or so to actually just look at the realm of Aquitaine. Because the realm itself could be the future of Western Christianity. Whether it will be, I don't know. I'm not going to push it too hard. You know, I want to bring that up because in this context and with its strength, Aquitaine has the chance and the possibility of being the sword and shield of the papacy. And in all fairness, King Lope really enjoyed the concept of playing with the big boys by, you know, actually getting involved in the Carling Wars. Who knows? Who knows? Did he inherit any cool code artifact here? Oh my god, he has the Carling Dynasty banner. If that doesn't justify him in being the heir of Charlemagne, then I don't know what does. Does he have anything else? No. King Guget statue, Carling statue. None of this actually matters. What an interesting situation. And we are one of his marches. Very fascinating. He only has one son. We will be playing chess if I can. Oh, he's at war, right? Yeah, I would love... See, I regret this now. We should have 100% used the hook to educate his son. Absolutely. I think that would have been the correct choice right there. Anyway, wow, this is it. Mega Aquitaine has actually and finally happened. Ooh. And Emir Bukus II Ibn Yabid is doing what I talked about in the overview videos as well. The Berbers are genuinely now pushing into Africa against the Firhun governors. The Ali dynasty still ruled by the Caliph, and I believe they conquered this area right here, right? He won a war against Yusuf of the Ladanids. Let's just check out Yusuf here. Ah, so he conquered that internally, and I think he won some other wars though as well. Ali of Cadiz. Just a defensive war, I guess. You haven't done much, it seems. You won your war, and that's it. The Ghaznavids are falling apart. Oh, and I love seeing this. Armenia, now independent. Prince Stepanos the Bully was basically what kept the Basileia Romayon running. And now he declared independent. He never was a governor of the Romans. He was basically a warlord of the East. What an interesting scenario. The Orthodox Church is facing a lot of trouble. But anyway, this is where we will be ending it here. Just checking that this isn't Genghis Khan. How are the Norse folks doing? Just a bunch of Catholics, but they're having trouble, quite clearly. Mozarabic still present. No new cultures from what I can tell. The Dalmatians, of course. But yeah, no. Wow. I am so eager to jump into this mega Aquitaine. For the moment, I will see you later, alligator.